What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph. You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, oh wow, we've not done these guys in a while. We're coming back to Stone Temple Pilots. Yes, indeed. Stone Temple Pilots fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bob, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from PGem1184 and Brett Byer. They both want to see me react to the song by Stone Temple Pilots called Sex Type Thing. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hold it, I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by the Steved111. Yeah, the Steved, S-T-E, it's all one word, by the way. T-H-E-S-T-E-V-E-D 111. No spaces. I am not even kidding. And the video has 3,000 views. It's not going to get you there. Sorry. No, like, I'm sure the song's fine. I'm sure the video's fine. I'm sure everything is just fine. I'm just saying 3,000 views. It's not going to get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Stone Temple Pilots, 8401, Rolling Rock Town Fair, Latrobe, PA, Pennsylvania. Okay, so this is a full show, as I'm sure you can tell. I was asked to start at 44:57, which is right where we're at, and I'm supposed to stop at 50 minutes and 50 seconds. Well, we know how that goes. Sometimes I hit the mark, sometimes I don't. I guess we'll have to see how we go with this one. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
This sounds familiar. Maybe I'm thinking of another song. I mean, the riff. It's the riff that it's kind of resonating with me. Now, I might be thinking of another song, but that riff does sound familiar. It's ringing a bell, guys. It is. I don't know if it's this song or another song that I've heard that, but it is kind of throwing up some flags. Let's keep going. Let's see if anything else sounds familiar. That's the only thing that sounds familiar, is that riff. Oh. Guitar solo. Okay. Let me pause there. Then we'll back. I just backed up a little bit, so we don't have to interrupt the guitar solo right in the middle of it. Okay. That riff is definitely resonating with me. Now, like I said, I'm sure that riff has been used in other songs before as well. It sounds familiar, but I can't put my finger on any one particular song. So I'm really kind of in a bit of a quandary with this one. I may have heard it on this song. It's very possible. I may have heard it on some other song from some other band. It's very possible. I might have heard it on another song from this band. I just don't know. But that riff, it does sound familiar. But here's the thing. Nothing else sounds familiar. The verses, no, they don't sound familiar. The chorus does not sound familiar. The only thing that sounds familiar is the riff. So I am going to treat this as a reaction. Like I've never heard the song before. So we're going to go with that. We got some movement, not so much, okay. We have movement within the chordal progressions, obviously, but we've even got some modulations. Like the main riff is an E. And then when we go into the verse, we move up a full step up to F sharp. It sounds really nice. I like that movement. I like that jump up. It's definitely attention getting. If nothing else, it's attention getting. But they do it in such a way that it's actually kind of pleasing to the ear. It sounds good. So I got no issue with it. I got no problem with it. I think it's kind of cool actually that they take that approach. Main riff in E. And then verses in F sharp. I dig that. The playing is clean from everybody across the board. Guitars, bass, drums. Everybody sounds good. No issues there. Vocally, okay, look. It's a live show, okay? And knowing the type of band that Stone Temple Pilots is, from my understanding, they put a lot more emphasis into performance than they do into accuracy and cleanliness. And I have mixed feelings about that. I do. I like bands that are able to play well and play cleanly. And like I said, for the most part, not even for the most part, everybody, as far as the instrumentation goes, sounds just fine. Vocally, at times, it is a little, I don't want to say off, but it's a little inconsistent at times. But that's due to the fact that he is putting in work with his live performance, his live show, his visuals. He is really putting in a lot of work there. So you kind of have to weigh them against each other. Okay, his singing, not exactly the cleanest. It's a little inconsistent, but everything he's doing visually looks fantastic. So it's like, it's kind of give and take. I can absolutely overlook. I can overlook the inconsistencies. It doesn't really bother me because look at the work output that he's doing with his live show. So that's how I am. Now, I know there are other people who are a little more on the purist side and, you know, they want to hear the vocals exactly the way that they're done on the album. Look, if you want to hear the vocals exactly the way they're done on the album, go listen to the album.
So how did that just feel?
Seriously. You know, this is a live show. Like I've always said, you don't go to hear the show, you go to see the show. And this guy absolutely gets it. All right, guitar solo time. Let's see. I mean, pulling a Bruce Dickinson. Okay. There. .50-50, right on the mark. Okay, oh boy. How do I step on the landmine without setting it off? very simply, you don't step on it. You walk around it. So, yeah. I know there's going to be a subject that everybody wants me to discuss. I know there's a subject that everybody's going to want me to address. Folks, there are 4 things you do not talk about. And there are 4 things that I will absolutely not discuss on the channel. And no, I'm not going to do it. Sorry. If that's what you're looking for me to do, you might as well turn the video off right now because I'm not going to do it. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about everything but that. Well, there you go, folks. That was Stone Temple Pilots with a live performance of Sex Type Thing. This was a request from PJam1184 and Brett Byer. Okay, I got a score. Let's get to it, and I'll explain everything, I promise. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.4. Yep, 7.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.4. What does that mean? Well, a 7.4 would translate to a really good skill rating. So overall, I think this was a really good presentation. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. So there you go, a 7.4, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Okay, just want to address this really quick as far as recognizing that riff. Like I said during the reaction, I do recognize the riff. The main riff does sound familiar. Now, I'm sitting here racking my brain going, where have I heard that riff from? I honestly don't know, but I know I've heard a riff, at the very least, I've heard a riff that sounds similar to it. Okay, one, I just had a song pop in my head. It's a Kiss song called War Machine. That has it's not the same notation. It has very similar notation and very similar movement. It's not the same though. It's not exact, but it's similar. That one just popped in my head. But I know I've heard a riff either very similar to that riff, or I've heard that exact riff in another song, or I've heard it in this song. I'm not really sure, but that was the only thing that I recognized. Everything else was fresh to me. So just to clarify that in case anybody had any questions. The song, it's not a difficult song to follow. I think the most impressive thing about the song, honestly, is that modulation. From the main riff, which is an E, up to the verse where we go into the F sharp, and then we go back down to the E for the chorus. I think that's pretty cool. We have some movement around within the song structure. It's kind of nice. The groove felt good. Energy and drive were there. Just a straight ahead, 4/4 rocker. Nothing wrong with that at all. It's a nice, pleasing groove. So no problems there whatsoever. Instrumentally across the board, everybody sounded good. I got no issue with anything I heard from anybody. Even the ending, I may not be the biggest fan of cacophonous endings. I get it. It looks like the show was starting to wrap up a little bit. I don't think that was their last song from what I saw. I think they had enough time to do maybe one more song, but what they might have done was leave the stage at that point and then come out for an encore. So they may have given them the false ending with that. It works. It works. I get it. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I understand it, and I see it working. Like I said, vocally, inconsistent. It would be, I think, the best word to describe the vocals. Sometimes the vocals sounded really good, and other times the vocals sounded a little disjointed. Now, there's a reason for that, and I'm going to touch on that reason in just a few minutes here. Or not even a few minutes, just like a minute. The song as a whole, overall, I would honestly give the song about 7.0, 7.1, somewhere in there. So why am I giving this a 7.4? Here we go. I have said this time and time again on the channel. I have literally said this thousands of times. If you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you know what I'm going to say, so say it with me, kids.
Sing it out one time.
A live show can help your score or it can hurt your score. In this case, it helped. It helped quite a bit, actually. Let's go on the checklist. Let's see how many boxes we can check off here. Stage presence, check. Definitely. They definitely had stage presence, without question. Let's see. Stage energy. Oh, please, check. But I believe his name's Scott Weiland. He's just all over the place, boy. He is just an absolute ball of fire. Now, that kind of goes hand in hand with the vocal consistency. Like I said, vocals weren't super consistent, but I understand why. Because he is really putting a lot of effort into his visuals, his movement, his motion, his energy, his performance. So weighing the two against each other, I'll take what I got. You know, with the visual performance, absolutely. He was fun to watch. He absolutely did. And he put on a great show. So stage energy, that's a big check. Stage interaction. No, we did not have any stage interaction, unfortunately. That is a negative. So yeah, no check for that one. Crowd interaction. Oh yeah. We had a bunch of crowd interaction, especially towards the end when he was pulling the Bruce Dickinson, you know, doing the whole lifting the arms thing to get the crowd to, you know, be louder. Getting off the stage, going to the aisleway between the barricades, you know, getting a little closer to the fans. Nothing wrong with that. I can always appreciate that. It takes a little extra effort to do that, and he definitely left it out there. Showmanship, check. Yeah, once again, Scott Weiland delivering. Yes, check on that one. Production. Well, we're outdoors in a theater in the middle of the day. Not in a theater. We're outdoors at a festival in the middle of the day.
You kidding me?
No. No production whatsoever. Sunlight. Yeah, there you go. There's your lighting rig. No, but I mean, that's being expected, though. Like I said, the only time, when it comes to festivals, the only time you're going to get production is if you're the headliner. And considering the fact that this was in the middle of the day, I very seriously doubt they were the headliners. So yeah, but I mean, the live show overall, it bumped that score from, like I said, 7.0, 7.1, somewhere in there, all the way up to a 7.4. So that's where we're at. That's where we're going to stay. In closing, I know there are people who want me to address what happened there on the stage with Scott and the flag. And to those people, I'm going to say this. You must be new to the channel, because there are 4 things that you do not discuss, or I don't discuss on this channel, because all it does is open up the comment section for World War III, and I'm not going to do it. Those subjects are money, relationships, religion, and politics. Those 4 things. I will not discuss them, okay? All I'm going to say is this. What he did, as long as it's cool with everybody in the band, that's up to the band's choice. You know, that's their call. If you're going to do stuff like that, you better be sure that everybody in the band's on the same page and everybody in the band's cool with it, because if you don't, that can lead to all-out wars breaking out within the band themselves. Because if you got people who agree or disagree with certain political views, that could end up with some really bad things happening within the band. So just make sure everybody in the band's cool with it. As far as everybody's personal views on that, that's everybody's personal views. Everybody has them and everybody's entitled to them. I'm leaving mine to myself. Thank you very much. So anyway, 7.4, I feel good with that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.4, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, that did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.